All right, A tier. Three guys, three names before we get to the S tier. Jayden Daniels, Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud. Daniels, Herbert, some may put in the S tier. Some may argue for that. I'm not going to go to bat for them just yet.
Nope.
Daniels, obviously, just because, he was a rookie last year. It was great. I think he was still comfortably behind those four guys in the S tier in terms of his on-field performance. And I think until we really see, you got to really see before you get into that S tier. Like, yeah, I'm not just going to put a guy there just because he could reach it. You need to see it, and you need to see it for like a season plus to really feel good that that guy is a superhuman. So Jayden Daniels, comfortably in the elite tier, not going to move him ahead. Herbert, there's just too much odd with Herbert, and people make all the excuse for him in the world, and rightfully so. I mean, he has not had the continuity at the coaching positions. He has not had the talent that other guys have had. It's been a revolving door, but he has it now, in my opinion. He has the continuity at OC. He has the offensive line in front of him. He has some receivers. It's not great, but he has at least some receivers. So if Justin Herbert wants to join the S tier, it is this season. CJ Stroud may be the most controversial addition to this tier. I just watched that Texans offense last year, and I thought it was one of the worst situations for a quarterback to be in the NFL in terms of just the chances he had to succeed. Whether it was the scheme of the offense, whether it was the play of the offensive line, there were too many.
Nico Collins injury.
And Nico Collins, like there's too many mitigating factors for me to just be like, is Stroud took a step back? I'm not sure Stroud took a step back. I think it was everything else around him took a big step back. So I'm very excited to see what he does in Nick Caley's offense this season. But I think what we saw from him as a rookie, the accuracy, the pocket presence, the athlete that he is, I think he belongs in this tier. Even if, if I am ranking these guys right now, I'd take Herbert and Daniels before Stroud. I'm just like, this season, who do you want? I take those other two guys before Stroud, but I still think he belongs in this tier. I still think he is above all the guys we said in that B tier.
Yeah, I mean, I love Jayden Daniels as much as the next guy, but just like with the all-pro stuff, if you're a stud as a rookie, you're going to make the Pro Bowl. If you do it again, you become an all-pro in the second year. It's kind of like, you got to earn your way onto this S tier list. And I love your S tier list, and I don't want to touch it, but I like that these three guys are kind of in that in-between space between capable of having an elite season and the best guys in the league. It's like right here. And those three dudes, Jayden, Justin, and CJ, is awesome. And I think about the production that CJ Stroud had early in the season and the big plays that Nico Collins had, and then his injury. It really exacerbated and shined a light on the issues that they had offensively when Nico, their fail-safe is gone. So for CJ Stroud, I do still think that he has the ability to be in this elite class. I don't feel comfortable putting any of these guys in the S tier class. Jayden Daniels, if you do it again, there'll be 5 guys in the S tier.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Daniels, Herbert very well could be. I mean, Stroud even could be too. Like that's why I put these guys all above, is because there's a realistic chance. I'm not sure. Going back to the B tier, I'm not sure there's a world. Drake May, I could see joining, the truly S tier quarterbacks in the NFL, but I don't think there's a world where I'm saying Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, Baker Mayfield. I don't think there's a world where I'm saying any of those guys can join, the obvious tier that we know at the end, Mahomes, those Josh Allen, the MVP winners in the NFL.
Yep.
It would surprise me a lot if those B tier guys did. It would not surprise me if these A tier guys do. Right. That's kind of the deciding factor to me in how I rank those guys.
Yeah, I love that.
Let's move on to the S tier. Everyone knows it. It's your 3 MVP winners in the NFL. Your only ones outside of also Aaron Rodgers are your only guys. So it's Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Aaron Rodgers are the only quarterbacks or the only players in the NFL to have won MVPs at this point in time. And then Joe Burrow, who quite easily could have won MVPs at times during his career, could have won it last year, should his team just been better, because he was performing at as high a level as I saw any passer in the NFL. I don't think I'm breaking any ground with this list. It's just those are the 4 guys who are. And the crazy thing about it is I don't think any of those 4 teams trades any of their guys for anyone else. That's how you know That's how you know it's the tier. Because if you go to the Texans, they would probably trade CJ Stroud for any of those 4 guys just for this season.
Yep.
Commanders would probably still trade, maybe not Commanders fans trading Jayden Daniels. Chargers fans might trade Justin Herbert for like Patrick Mahomes.
They'll never let Jayden Daniels out of the nation's capital. Okay. He's like the Lincoln Memorial. They're just not, it's just there. Okay.
But none of the Superhuman tier, the S tier, none of those teams are trading their guy for any of the other guys. It's just they are the cream of the crop in the league.
Okay, I got a question for you. This S tier, that's kind of obvious, begs a question. If you had to start a team tomorrow, which one of these quarterbacks would you want to be your guy?
Gosh. So I think it's Josh Allen, just because of where he's at right now. He is playing the highest level, and he's only getting seemingly better every single year, right? And the trajectory he's on. Joe Burrow would be close because obviously he's the youngest of the bunch, but he's had the worst injury history. Him and Lamar Jackson, I think you just take them out because of the injury history. They have been banged up too often. It's either Josh Allen or Pat Mahomes. And I think Josh Allen, just the fact that he continues to get better every single year, seemingly, that's what leans me towards him.
I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes. And
it's really, again, you're splitting. I'm splitting hairs.
We are splitting hairs. And look, there's nobody more fun to watch than these 4 guys in the National Football League. And the great point you made is that none of these teams in the S tier that have these quarterbacks would trade for any of the other quarterbacks in the S tier because their rosters are constructed to accentuate the skill sets. Like if I'm a tall, beautiful woman with curves, I'm gonna, show off the legs a little bit. I'm gonna work what my mama gave me. You know what I mean? That's what these teams do with their quarterbacks. That's why the team that's so pass heavy in Cincinnati has the ability to pay that 3-headed monster as much as they do. Lamar Jackson, the perfect coupling for him is Derrick Henry because it exponentially makes the mesh point that much more dangerous. For Patrick Mahomes, though, which is why I choose Patrick, he can play any style of football. If they banned, name his top 3 plays he's done historically. If they banned them from the National Football League, I have the most faith in Patrick Mahomes to be able to adjust his game and become the cream of the crop in the new version of whatever the offense is. I also really think he does have the MJ gene. And these are the questions about the other guys. Can they finish? Can they make it through the championship weekend? Well, Mahomes has done it over and over and over and over again in the face of doubt and close games, 2-minute comebacks. But I do think it's Patrick Mahomes because of his ability to shapeshift as a quarterback and become anything. When you stop the quick passing game, he's going to find a way to go down the field. When you take those 2 things away, next thing you know, he's running read option off your end man on the line of scrimmage. He can run, he can throw, he can break tackles. He's really bright. Patrick Mahomes is my choice.
I misspoke earlier. It's actually Lamar Jackson of this tier is the youngest of the bunch. I believe Patrick Mahomes is the oldest, but they're all within 2 years of each other, which is crazy. They're all between 28, 29. So you'll get about a decade more of this S tier in the NFL, which is a good thing. And like I said earlier, I was floored at how many quarterbacks there are in the NFL now. And if we really have a good quarterback class coming in next year, because we really don't have that many guys aging out here. You have maybe Geno Smith in the next few years, maybe definitely Matt Stafford in the next few years, and Aaron Rodgers in the next few years, Russell Wilson in the next few years, but those guys weren't even in the top 3 tiers anyways. So that's 2 quarterbacks aging out of the A through C tiers. And realistically, you could have 5 or 6 more franchise quarterbacks hitting the ground in the next 2 seasons. So I think we're close to getting to a quarterback renaissance. I know we had a little dead period post a lot of MVPs, a lot of Hall of Famers retiring like Brady,
Peyton, Tom, Ben.
Yeah, so we had the old guard on their way out. I think we're close to a full up quarterback league again. And
not only do we have not only do we have a great stable of quarterbacks, but I'll go back to a point that I made earlier. All these, it's Baskin Robbins. It's 31 flavors, 32 flavors of quarterbacks. And that's what makes this league so much fun. And I always say it's a quarterback-driven league. People pay money to watch the offenses, okay? And there's a million different ways to do it. We've got great quarterbacks. The league's in good hands, Mike.